so we often advocate to use compile themes instead. Compile theme uses static polymorphism with template parameters. Static polymorphism is also often called compile time polymorphism, or in type theory it is called parametric polymorphism. So we use compile themes to inject dependencies at compile time. We use a new refactoring that's called extract template parameter for this. So let's have a look how this works. So we again have our game for wins example. I will now extract the template parameter via extract template. I'll give it another default parameter, another name, a default. Okay, the rest is fine. Okay, and now you see it has added a template parameter with a default, and it also has changed the member variable to type dice, and it has created a type def, so we can still use game for wins with die in our existing code base. But with our example we do not want to use die, but instead want to inject the test double. So we use game for wins t here, and yeah, checked a fake class. So Mockator recognizes this and says the compile theme fake cannot be resolved. So we use the quick fix to create compile theme, and now we can add missing member functions. Of course, we could also create mock implementations for these missing member functions, but this is the topic of the next screencast. So we use just the normal member function implementation, and again we would like to return 4 here to make the test green, and if we run the test we hopefully get a green bar. Yes. So this was compile theme making use of template parameters to inject dependencies at compile time. So the advantages of compile themes compared to object themes are that we do not have a runtime overhead. This is everything's done at compile time, the instantiation, and the other advantage is that we have an implicit interface. That means that we only need to define the members that are actually used by the instantiation of the template. This is also called compile time duck typing, so we don't need to implement a wide interface as it is often the case when using object themes, but instead we just need to implement the member functions that are called in the system on the test on the template parameter. Compile themes also have a few disadvantages. We have increased compile times, and we often reduce clarity. This is because of the still missing concepts in even with C++11, so the implicit interface is often hard to grasp.